Council meeting for Thursday, April 26, 2007 to order. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Roll call, Shelley, please.
Arbogast.
Here.
Garnos.
Here.
Gizelbeck.
Here.
Heller gone. Johnson.
Here.
Meisenheimer.
Here.
Solberg. Walder.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
York.
Here.
Okay, thank you, Shelley. We'll begin with the agenda item number one, is the Proudy second edition. And Sarah, you'll lead us through that, please?
Okay, we received a request for annexation from Bob Endries, who owns a parcel approximately 1.1 acre in size. It's located in the southeast corner of the intersection of Highway 212 and 23rd Street East, which is directly across the street from Tractor Supply Company. It's contiguous to city limits, both on its north and west of it. And we also have a preliminary plan in the process that's been submitted for review, which would include this parcel, as well as other property owned by Bob Endries. The Plan Commission has reviewed the proposed annexation and recommends approval on condition that the preliminary plan is approved within 1 year and that the plat is completed and approved within 1 year.
Thank you, Sarah. May I have a motion then for the approval of Resolution 07-24? So moved by Alderman Meisenheimer. Is there a second? Seconded by Alderman Wilson. Any further questions or discussion?
The houses that were on there, excuse me, the houses that were on there were not in the city limits before then.
Right.
Okay.
Any other questions or discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Sarah?
Now we have a request for zoning of this same parcel with ordinance 07-11, an ordinance amending zoning district boundaries by establishing zoning designation of C3 Highway Commercial District for certain real property annexed into the city.
We'll begin with the public hearing. Is there anyone here to speak to the issue? And so, Sarah, I'll let you begin with the public hearing.
Okay, they've requested C3 zoning on this parcel, which is the zoning that they're contiguous to. The size of the parcel is appropriate. We think that's the appropriate zoning. The Plan Commission recommended approval of the zoning, again on condition that the preliminary plan be approved and that the plat be approved within 1 year. Staff concurs with that recommendation.
Is there anyone else to speak to the issue? If not, then I'll close the public hearing and go to council action. May I have a motion then for the approval of the C3 zone for on ordinance 07-11?
So moved.
So moved by Alderman Gizelbeck. Is there a second? Seconded by Alderman Solberg. Any further discussion or questions? If not, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Agenda item number 2 is on the open. Is there any issues to come before the open? If not, we'll go to, yes.
That in reference to a proposed animal ordinance?
No, Francis. No. There is no animal ordinance today. In fact, there is no animal ordinance, right? What I'll refer to is that right now we're the council is taking public input in regards to some possible changes in the animal ordinance, and so that's what's going on now.
Mayor,
No.
Mayor, if I could.
Yes, Stan.
Just to remind the members of the council that were on the safety committee back in October of 2005, during an October safety committee meeting back then, the discussion came up. Some of you that were on the safety committee perhaps recall Animal Control Officer Hoas and an Animal Control Board member appearing before you with a picture-esque rendering of several dogs, and you were asked to pick out the pit bull. And that was part of the conversation, and the premise of them appearing was to ask you whether you wanted a leash ordinance, where you wanted to limit tethering, and various other conversations about in what way you wanted to regulate or amend existing ordinance as it related to animals. Alderman Solberg made a motion, Mayor Fox seconded it, to table any action on amending any ordinances until the community had the opportunity to comment, presumably at an animal control board meeting, with regard to what, if any, additional limitations they wanted to place on animals in Watertown. My understanding is we've never heard again from the Animal Control Board about what, if any, recommendations they'd like to bring forward to you. So as of this moment, the item remains on the table. It has for nearly 2 years now. So I think that what this council would probably expect is the next response we're going to hear is a recommendation from the Animal Control Board that's appointed for that purpose.
Thank you, Stanton. There you go, Francis.
Don't need to hear from me.
Okay, we'll move on to old business. Any old business to take care of? If not, any new business? Next, we'll have liaison member reports, and Alderman Johnson, do you have a report to make to us?
I'm just going to comment briefly on, last night I attended the hearing on the proposed hog farm up in Grant County. I testified primarily from the perspective of water quality. We're interested in maintaining the water quality level that we have, and I had asked that, you know, if it proceeded, that we have some assurances for testing, so forth. The project was denied 5-2 by the planning board in Grant County. I anticipate that we have not heard the end of it. I imagine that there will be a legal fight in court, etc. But our primary issue from Watertown, in my perspective, is maintaining the quality that we have in the river right now. So that's kind of the message I carried.
Thank you. See, Nancy, you wanted to talk to us about this Saturday. We have an upcoming event.
Oh, I was mentioning to council people, if you're at Hy-Vee this weekend and have your groceries bagged by one of Watertown's finest, give them a tip. And the dollars are going for helping the funding for the new drug dogs that we're anticipating.
Thank you. We will need to go into executive session for just a brief moment. If I could have a motion, please, to go into executive session for contract negotiations. So moved by Alderman Gizelbeck and seconded by Alderman Solberg. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We will go into executive session. We will not take action when we come out.